Hey, Eagle fans, before we start today's video, follow me on Twitter right now, @RealThomasMott. First 10 people to follow me on Twitter going into the weekend, I'll give you a shout out on Monday's news and rumor video. So follow me right now, @RealThomasMott. Also, DM me questions, get the conversation flowing over on my Twitter account, @RealThomasMott is the place to go. Okay, so on today's Philadelphia Eagles technically mailbag video, we're going to start with a quick news bit because there's some interesting stuff that just popped out from ESPN's Adam Schefter yesterday, and then we're going to answer a bunch of subscriber-given mailbag questions as posted to my mailbag request on the community channel of this YouTube channel. So we'll start with the news today, and this is just really crazy, and I can't believe we're talking about this, but we have to. The Eagles are an absolute mess. So Adam Schefter went on 97.5 The Fan, or Fanatic, I think, in Philadelphia, and was asked about the Carson Wentz, Doug Pederson relationship. Of course, Wentz traded to the Colts. We talked about that in our news video yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. And basically, Adam Schefter said that Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson did not talk for weeks during the season. Like weeks. Like they literally went weeks without having even a discussion from the starting quarterback to the head coach of an NFL football team during the season. Like this is unbelievable. Now again, happened during the season, although we don't know exactly when it happened, but you remember Carson Wentz was only benched for 4 weeks. So if this is like an 8 to 10 week thing, as you'll see, is what Adam Schefter said, that means there were times when Carson Wentz was the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was not talking to Doug Pederson, the head coach, also offensive coordinator, who's in charge of the entire offense of the Philadelphia Eagles. Can you even think about how bad that is? Like, think about how terrible that is just from an organizational standpoint that your starting quarterback and your head coach did not talk for weeks. Boy, dumpster fire. I'm an absolute mess. It's embarrassing to go ahead and read this as an Eagles fan and someone covering the team right now. Although it does, I think, kind of shed some light on why they got rid of Doug Pederson and why they got rid of Carson Wentz. Now, I don't know who's to blame here. If this is Wentz not talking to Doug not talking to Wentz, the fact that this happened is just inexcusable and unbelievable, and honestly makes me excited to have Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, hopefully people who can move on from the mess that was 2020. Here was Pro Football Talk's write-up on the Eagles drama. Quote, Schefter said that Coach Doug Pederson and quarterback Carson Wentz didn't talk for weeks on end. Schefter estimated that they didn't communicate for 8, 9, 10 weeks. 8, 9, 10 weeks. That's more than, what, 3/4 of a season? 10 weeks? How? Why? Someone needs to get further into this. Like, we need to really sit down with Adam Schefter or somebody and fully discuss exactly what this means. Like, not talk at all. They didn't go over offensive game plans. No wonder the Eagles' offense was so terrible. No wonder Carson Wentz was so bad. He wasn't talking to his offensive coordinator. Again, who do you blame here? I have no idea, but this is a news story that just shows the Eagles were a mess in 2020, and honestly, whether you wanted to trade Wentz or not, whether you wanted to get rid of Doug Pederson or not, I think hopefully this sort of petty, childish drama can be gone with and done away with in the Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts regime. Okay, let's reset now. Let's go and get into our Philadelphia Eagles mailbag questions. Again, we're talking more about news and rumors because some of you guys are asking things that were news pieces from the other day. But the mailbag questions, we'll go ahead and begin that right now. Starting with McSweeney, who says, I think the Eagles got robbed with the Wentz trade. No, not at all. The Eagles did not get robbed by the Carson Wentz trade. And I broke it down on my video 2 days ago, but I think the Eagles did the best that they could. Listen, it's a tough situation, as we already talked about. The whole Carson Wentz drama has been drama for the past couple of months. He obviously regressed in 2020, meaning you were not going to get 2 first-round draft picks for him. And honestly, the way I view this trade is you essentially get a third-round draft pick this year and then a first. Like, next year's draft pick, the second-round pick that could become a first-round draft pick, is almost guaranteed to become a first-round draft pick because all Carson Wentz has to do is play 75% of the snaps, which will happen if he is the starting quarterback of the Eagles. Now, if it turns out to be a second-round draft pick, that means he either got hurt or he was terrible and got benched, which means the Eagles were right to trade him anyway. A second and a third, not bad for having to get rid of Carson Wentz. A first and a third, honestly, is a lot better than I thought that they were going to go ahead and be able to do. Again, did I want to trade Carson Wentz? No. I think Carson Wentz is going to go to Indianapolis and ball out. He's already has some MVP odds that have come up and appeared in Vegas. I think he's a good quarterback, but it's starting to feel more and more like it was at least the right decision to do based on the drama we just talked about that's been happening in-house, and I feel really good about Jalen Hurts. So they did not get robbed. They were never going to get 2 first-round draft picks, but essentially a first and a third. Not bad, in my opinion. The Eagles could have done a lot worse. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Pin comment down below. Did the Eagles get enough for Carson Wentz? I think so. Let me know what you guys think. Type Y down below for yes. Type N down below for no. Be a pin comment down below me right now. Okay, next question here comes from Noah. Why would the Eagles take so little compensation for Wentz? Do you think we would draft a quarterback right now? Okay, I just said they did not take so little. That's really good for a guy who had the biggest quarterback rating drop from one season to the next season in NFL history. He was bad in 2020, and the more we keep hearing about this, it seems like he was a little dramatic from a quarterback position. Not saying it's all his fault, but there seems to be a lot of blame to go around between Pederson, Wentz, and Howie Roseman. As far as drafting a quarterback, no. Listen, I guarantee there will be no quarterback at number 6. There have been recent news reports saying the Eagles will add another quarterback to the roster and have an open competition with Jalen Hurts. Maybe that means number 6 overall. Like, that's been tweeted for the past 48 hours. It's not going to happen. I guarantee you they will not take a quarterback at number 6. Jalen Hurts is the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Are they going to take somebody later on in the NFL draft, maybe with their extra third-round draft pick? Who knows? Throwing Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask? I don't know. I wouldn't, because you create the same drama and the same, garbage quarterback conversation you had last year, which might have been the case in overall hurting Carson Wentz. But I'll tell you guys right now, if they draft a quarterback at number 6, I will be absolutely shocked. I will come on here and admit my mistake, but I feel very confident they will not take somebody at 6. There are good quarterbacks. You see those on your screen, obviously. I think Mac Jones is better than Trey Lance at this point. I mean, I have no idea what Trey Lance, what he's really going to turn out to be. I think Justin Fields or Zach Wilson would be the option there at 6 if you had to go ahead and do that, but it's just not going to happen. I'm telling you, they will not take a quarterback at number 6 overall. Jaguars for sure taking a quarterback. Jets possibly taking a quarterback. Falcons maybe taking a quarterback. Bengals won't. So you get your options on a couple of quarterbacks here. Of course, not counting somebody trading up to go ahead and come to the Dolphins spot or go to the Falcons spot. Who really knows? But I feel very confident. I can almost guarantee, I will guarantee, they will not take a quarterback at number 6. It's all smoke. I bet you they would even look to trade back if someone wants to come up to number 6 to take a quarterback. They drafted Jalen Hurts for a reason, and that reason seems very, very clear that he is now the starting quarterback of the Eagles. Make sure you guys are subscribed for more draft videos, though. We're going to do a lot more mock drafts, a lot more draft scenarios here on Philadelphia Eagles now, as the NFL draft is April 29th, which means we're a little over a month and a half away, or a month and a quarter away, whatever it is. We're getting closer. Do plenty of draft coverage here, so go ahead and subscribe down below. Okay, let's go to our next question here. Comes from Colin. He says, how do you think we're going to make some cap space? So, as you know, the Eagles are the second worst cap situation in the NFL right now. Good news this week is that they did bump the overall salary cap for all NFL teams up to $180 million, I think, just a couple of days ago, meaning each team gets about $5 more extra million to go ahead and fight the cap problems that Philadelphia has right now. But they will be making cuts, and they will have to cut a lot of people that you came to know and love with the past couple of seasons. I'll give you some examples right now. I think for sure Alshon Jeffrey, that's a given. That'll free up some money there. Malik Jackson getting cut. They already restructured his contract in order for him to go ahead and get cut. Deshaun Jackson, he feels like he's going to get cut. The Eagles save like $5 million if they let go of him. I think they save like 2 or 3 if they let go of Marquise Goodwin. And of course, trading Zach Ertz would free up his contract of 10 to 12, whatever it is, $1 million. So there will be people getting cut, and that's kind of the best way to go ahead and free up cap space. Now, I will say this. I saw some beat writers yesterday on Twitter, and I tweeted about this. You guys should follow me on Twitter at RealThomasMott, who basically said the Eagles will not be able to compete in 2021 just based on their current cap situation. It's not really true. Yes, they're going to have to get rid of some players. I think Malik Jackson was a good, at least at some time, rotational defensive lineman, but everybody on the list, including Jackson, Jeffrey, and Goodwin, were non-existent last year, and so it's not like you're losing superstar players who helped you a lot last year. So they'll make some cuts, they'll restructure some deals, but it's not going to be a total purge like some people on Twitter want you to think. The Eagles have a lot of young pieces, especially after the draft, which are going to be on very cheap contracts, including the quarterback, which of course is Jalen Hurts. Okay. Name a player you guys think the Eagles should cut. Let me know who that is in the comment section down below right now. I think Jeffrey is number 1 on that list, and then you can kind of work your way down there. If I want to see what you guys think on who the Eagles should go ahead and cut. Also, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, follow me on Twitter. The next 10 followers to follow me on Twitter, so you better do it quickly, will get a shout out on Monday's video. At RealThomasMott is the place to go. I tweet a lot of sports stuff. I mean, if you like the Eagles, following me, the selfish plug here is the place to go. You can also DM me and ask me questions. If you didn't get your mailbag question answered, you can follow me on Twitter and then DM me, and I will most likely respond. At RealThomasMott is the place to go. Okay, Anthony says, best corners the Eagles could sign. I guess free agent corners. First off, I don't think Philadelphia's going to have the money to go ahead and sign free agent cornerbacks. But if you asked on who the best ones available, well, I'll put together a list here. A couple of veterans that honestly would be nice opposite of Darius Slay. I would like any one of these 5, but they're not going to happen. So Richard Sherman, it's already been basically official. He's not going to return to the 49ers, although he is 33. Patrick Pederson, He is 30. He's not going to return to the Cardinals. A.J. Boye, already been released by Denver. He is 30. Ronald Darby, remember him? I mean, I was not a Ronald Darby fan when he was in Philadelphia, and yet he went to Washington last year, had a really good year. He's a free agent, although I think he's supposed to sign back with Washington. And then Xavier Rhodes, the ex-Viking who got obliterated by Alshon Jeffrey in the NFC title game in 2017. He was a Colt last season, was the third best red zone cornerback in the league last year. I mean, he was good. Also over the age of 30, he's also a free agent. So there's a lot more. You can just Google who else is available, but those are your options. Again, I would love to sign A.J. Boye or Xavier Rhodes or Richard Sherman to be opposite of Darius Slay, because I think the Eagles do have a cornerback problem opposite of Slay, because I don't think Avonte Maddox is the solution there. Maybe they draft somebody at number 6. Problem is, all these guys are expensive, which means the Eagles probably can't afford them. Here's how you look at free agency, just quickly. If you're an Eagles fan and you're wondering, can we sign this free agent? If that free agent is a star player at his position or one of the top free agents, you can just tell yourself, no, we can't, because they don't have enough money to go ahead and do so, even after cutting people. They're going to have to cut people to get under. They can't sign people, or they're going to go back over. Okay, I do think Philadelphia, as I've said before, will be competitive in 2021. If you guys want to bet on that, these are chances to go ahead and win the NFC East. Do it with our friends at BetUS, chatsports.com/EaglesBet. Use that promo code EAGLES125 for a 125% deposit bonus whenever you go ahead and first sign up. And honestly, your risk to win right now is pretty good in terms of Philadelphia. So if you put down essentially right now, they are plus 275. So you put down $10, you risk $10, you could win $27.50. Not bad there. You put $100 down, you win $275. So it's pretty good odds right now. The second best in the entire division, Dallas right now, is leading that. Of course, depends on if Dak Prescott comes back. But right now, again, not bad in terms of your risk to win factor. Plus 275. You risk 10. Go ahead and win $27.50. Any questions about setting up a BetUS account or just gambling in general, email us, eagles@chatsports.com. That'll be in the promo box below, so you can just find the email down below me in the description box. Any questions, again, just go ahead and email that email. Okay, let's go to one more question here. Running out of time. Jack says, what are your thoughts on the Eagles potentially taking a quarterback at 6 like Fields or Wilson? It's just not going to happen. Listen, Jalen Hurts is the guy. Now, again, are they going to take somebody in the second round? If Kyle Trask is there in the second round, could they take him? I'm not going to say that they wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I think a big factor in Carson Wentz's regression last year, besides the fact he was a drama queen, besides the fact that they didn't coach him very well, and despite the fact that he had drama from just an offensive perspective in terms of the overall players, the other factor was Jalen Hurts and having to look over his back. Some quarterbacks can, be fueled by competition, and some can't. Carson Wentz clearly could not. Now, Jalen Hurts, maybe he's fueled by competition. You mean Tua Tagovailoa? He obviously had competition at Oklahoma, even though he still obviously won the overall spot there. But I do think that drafting a quarterback is something that they should not do, especially at number 6. Hurts is the guy. You roll with Jalen Hurts. He's a rookie. And again, he has a lot of upside. He throws a really good deep ball. He's mobile in a mobile quarterback league now. Now, not a run-first quarterback like Lamar Jackson, a mobile quarterback. He looks like he could be Russell Wilson. I think at worst he's probably going to turn into I'm the Baylor guy. I'm wearing a Baylor shirt right now. Robert Griffin, excuse me, goodness gracious. But I feel very good about Jalen Hurts, and I think you have to feel good about Jalen Hurts because if they draft a quarterback at 6, this team makes no sense. I mean, it'd be the dumbest move possible. It would just make absolutely no sense. So no, there will be no quarterback taken at number 6. They will take a wide receiver, or they'll take a cornerback, or maybe even a tight end, but I think we can be very, very confident and there'll be no quarterback taken at number 6. If I had to pick somebody, I would take Justin Fields, but I think Jalen Hurts is better, so hopefully we don't have to worry about that. Again, we'll end on this. Go and follow me on Twitter, because again, first 10 are going to get shout-outs. We'll be seeing who's guys going to follow me here over the next couple of hours, days, and then we'll get you shout-outs on Monday. Ultimate Outfielder Day here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm your host, Thomas Motts, signing off for the rest of your day, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.